to the Quality of Life podcast. My name is Erin Olson, and I am a businesswoman and mother who has been studying personal growth for over 15 years. I've tried almost all of the habits and hacks out there. My goal is to use my real-life experience to show you which tricks and habits make the biggest changes to your quality of life with the least amount of time and energy on your part. We will cover everything from habits to hacks, fitness to family, and everything in between. Now, let's dive on into today's topic. Hey, everyone. I am so glad that you have come back to the Quality of Life podcast for another episode. Guys, today I gotta ask you a favor. I need your help. Last week, we covered all things classy, and how did your homework go? Did you raise your level of class using the 5 ideas that I gave you? If not, go back and listen to that one next. But first, back to my favor. I want to reach more people. I know that sounds selfish, but hear me out. This podcast is called the Quality of Life podcast because our quality of life has to do with how we act on a daily basis. Oh, and those around us. Have you heard the saying, a rising tide lifts all boats? Well, that is the intent of this podcast, to help us all to rise to a higher quality of life. Back when I was a young lady, I had dreams and a vision of a life where I was an equine vet. You know, when I was a kid, I was taught that I could be anyone and do anything that I put my mind to. And I'm pretty sure that you guys were taught that too. And there is only one slight problem with that, because it is achievable by everybody on this whole planet. But I will tell you that there is a slight problem. And that problem is we are not taught exactly how to go about our dreams and put a plan in place to actually achieve them. There's lots of ways to execute goals, and there's books and videos and programs that you can buy to learn to do it. But I personally think that there should be a class in junior high that teaches us how to plan our dream life and then plan out the steps and actions that we need to do to achieve it. And I think that would change so many lives. Unfortunately, we are all left trying to figure it out on our own. And that's when we get frustrated with not getting any results, and we get to a point where we can settle or just give up. But that's not who you are or who you're made to be. And that's not what you're supposed to do. Give up. Can you imagine for a second a world where everyone is able to be on their paths to reaching their dreams? There would be no competition, no depression, no anxiety. Man, that would be amazing. However, I'm not really sure how that could ever be possible. Too many of us have forgotten that we have a destiny. We have things that we are all supposed to accomplish in this life. And if we accomplish our purpose, it not only leaves us to feel fulfilled, but it also helps countless others in the process. And that is what raises all the boats. I have lost sight of my dreams and purpose so many times over the years. I've lost hope, confidence. I've lost my faith in God. I've lost money, jobs, homes. But I have regained a foothold to climb out of that pit of despair and settling. I know how you feel. Who am I to want to reach my goals? Well, that is my intention with this podcast, to remind you that you do have a purpose and a calling. I want to help you find it again. I want you to remember who God made you to be. I want you to find that foothold out of the pit. So all of the topics that I've covered and those still coming are to help you. And even if my podcast helps just one person remember who they really are, that is all I really want. By you remembering and striving to fulfill your purpose again, you can help show others that it is possible. Then they might just start on their own journey to find their calling. And that, my friends, is how we change not only our own lives, but the lives of others, and maybe even the world. My intention is to give you small steps to get back on track to a life full of joy, love, and happiness. I have been smashed into proverbial pieces, and I've clawed my way out. Am I perfect? No. Have I made it? Heck no. I still have so many more things that I need to accomplish in this world. But I've put together all of the things that help me, and I think that they'll help you too. There was a podcast by Ed Milet back in 2017 where he talked about what he imagines happens when we die. It goes like this. When you die, he believes that you meet God, and he says there's someone he wants you to meet. This is the person we were meant to be. The person who fulfilled all their potential, everything we were capable of, someone who lived the life that we were capable of living. This is the person you could have been. The moments, the memories, the contributions. To Ed, heaven is when he meets that person and it is identical to who he is. Becoming the person you are capable of being. Now, hell is when you get there and you look nothing like that person. You lived your life scared. You let your circumstances determine who you can become. You underestimated yourself and you ran out of time. Now, guys, that made me want to force myself to do it, even though I felt like it was over and I was ready to give up. I can't even tell you how many times. Guys, don't give up on your potential. You were made to do something great. You need to take the necessary steps to move forward and push on. Then, help someone else do it. So, my favor I want to ask is that you go back and listen to the previous 26 podcasts if you haven't already, and take those steps. Do that homework. It'll help you find your passion and your calling so you can reach your full potential. And this week, your homework is to share this episode on your social media and text it to everyone you know so that the tide comes in and raises all of us. That is my mission. Raise the tide and raise the quality of life. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week. Thanks for listening to today's episode. Be sure to check us out on the Quality of Life podcast, Facebook and Instagram pages, and our website, theerinolson.com, for downloads and more information. That is TheErinolson.com. Stay up to date by joining our email newsletter. Together, we can improve all of our quality of life.